Good morning, everyone. In the last class, we are trying to discuss with the dimensions example here. We identified the one dimension and two dimensions and three dimensions example here. Cutting the point. So with the different styles, we identified the example. Today, we are going to discuss one important concept called operators here. Cutting the point. So how exactly these operators are we are going to use in our Java language here. So these are the very important concepts we are discussing because the basic concepts are very important when we are trying to implement the application in real time here. Okay, so what are the operators we are going to have? Getting the point. So we have operators called arithmetic operators and relational operators and logical operators here. Getting the point. So arithmetic and relational, logical. So these three are the important operators we are going to discuss here. So first we will check with the arithmetic operators here. How they exactly so this particular arithmetic operators we are going to use. So to work on this particular arithmetic operators here, so basically that we already identified in the previous example here. So for addition, we are going to use this particular plus. For subtraction, we are going to use minus, and for multiplication, we are going to use like this, and division. Getting the point. So these are the basic arithmetic operators, and along with this particular basic arithmetic operator, we'll use the modulo operator here. And after completion of this particular modulo operator, we'll go for the increment and decrement operators here. So these two are the increment and decrement operators here. After completion of this particular increment and decrement, we'll check with the assignment component operators here. So it's nothing but, so we'll check with the particular addition symbol with the equal here. So this section we are going to call as a component assignment operators here. Right. So same way we'll have subtraction component assignment and so division component assignment here and sorry multiplication and so division. Getting the point. After completion of this, we'll check for the modulo operators here. So these are the very important section we are going to discuss here. So first one called addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So these are the basic we already identified, and along with this, so we are going to discuss with the modulo operator and increment operator, decrement operator. So these are the five operators. We'll check for this. So basically, using these particular operators, we are going to get so some benefits here. We'll discuss what are the benefits we are going to get, and each one will have different name here. So arithmetic component assignment, so subtraction component assignment, multiplication component assignment here. Same way division component assignment and module assignment here. Getting the point. So these are the very important assignments we are discussing here. Right. So back to here. Now what we are going to discuss here. First we'll check with the simple example. First we'll check with the simple example how exactly we can use here. Getting the point. Now observe here. So this particular arithmetic operators must be a numeric type here. So we cannot work with the Boolean types here. So it is the number type data types only we are going to work here. As well as we can work with char data types also, because the char is a subset of this particular int data type here. Getting the point. So now what we identified here, so we'll check with the simple example, because this particular arithmetic examples we need to focus on the numeric data type here. We cannot work with the the Boolean data type here. Okay. So observe how we can work with the same example with the numeric data type here. I'm having class called basic math, right? And inside this particular basic math, string args. And here what I'm trying to do, I will try to print this particular value, system.out.println. Integer arithmetic here. So some message I'm trying to print. And after this, you can observe here, I'm trying to define one variable called int a, and a is equals to 1 plus 1. So I'm working with the addition operator, and int b is equals to, so you need to understand here, a multiplication of 3. A multiplication of 3, and c is equals to, so b divide 4. Getting the point. And into d is equals to c minus a. Into d is equals to c minus a. Int e is equals to, so now what I'm doing here, minus d. Minus d. So can you please let me know what are the outputs we are going to get here? So if I'm going to print this particular values here, system.out.println here, I want to print a value, b value, c value, and d, and e. So these are the values I'm trying to print here. So this is the b value, and c value, d value. Finally, we are going to check with the e value here. So can you please let me know what are this println? These are the println methods are going to return the value. So whatever this particular a value. So what you are trying to expecting this particular a to e value. So try to think this particular the current example and how this particular the basic arithmetic operators are using internally, and so can you please let me know like what is your answer here? Okay, so let me try, because someone is provided the information. So whether it is wrong or right, we need to check here. So now what I'm doing here, I'm trying to go into this particular location where we are trying to use. So core Java, click on command prompt, Java C, basic math.java. So it's compiled successfully, and we are executing here. So now you can understand here the values of a is equals to, and b is equals to 6, c is equals to 1, d is equals to minus 1, and e value 1 here. Getting the point. So this is the output values we are getting here. So using this particular simple example, we are trying like using this particular basic mathematics here. We are working an example here. Anyone having any questions regarding this particular the simple basic mathematics example here? Any questions? Okay. So if we don't have anything, like what I'm going to do, so using different data type, we are going to work on the same example here. So now observe how we are going to check with this particular different example. Here, using this particular floating example here. The same arithmetic example, but we are going to work with a different data type here. So floating point arithmetic example here. So to work with this particular floating point, now what we need to do, I'm going to use the double data type here. So DA, 1 plus 1. So DB is equals to the same multiplication I'm going to use. So DO into 3, DC is equals to DB divided by 4. And DD is equals to DC minus D. D is equals to minus D. I want to copy all the value and only different D here. So now already now I'm going to discuss with the double data type. Observe here, I'm going to compile one more time. It's compiled successfully. So the particular floating, the floating value, some different values here. Different. So whenever we are trying to check with the floating values here, choose check it. But now you can observe when we're trying to check with the integer value, so the nearest value which is returning 1. So these are the between values where with the multiplication and the value getting here. Need to understand here when we're trying to check with the each data type here, so we may get some different values here because each data type has some unique what we call as a access internally. So based on this the units here to get to values here, so that we are understanding here. First, when we are trying to work with into data type here, so the particular dot with the double data type here. So after the dot, what value is going to have? So the data type and do double data type X here. So I don't have any records particular. Okay. One more example here. Because study here, the bit, I don't know, we need to check with the module operator here. Basically, the module operator, which is going to return the the division. Okay. So basically, the modulo operator going to now if you observe here this particular what is and is going to be written by particular modulo operator here. This is very important here. Whenever we are trying to discuss because the modulo operator here. So to understand here, modulo operator will later reminder value here. Actually, I'm having the problem here. So in our location having so because of the it is so we have some issue with the internet here, but we'll try to continue with the same example. Okay, so back to here, the module operator, but focus here, the module operator, the the current to the operator here. Okay, so how exactly we can check with this particular battery. Observe, trying to discuss with the class module. That and now so what to understand here, I'm trying to discuss with the good F1 having 42 and 42.25. So now I'm doing going to use this particular real operators here, println here. X of 10. So we need to understand here how exactly this particular X. So to check with this particular example, what I'm doing is X mod of 10 here. Bring the point X 10. So say Y model here. With this pair model here. Now, what to understand here, so we need to check with the values here. So, so these are the and 42. So the value we are going to get here. So this section is done by the particular module operator here, right? So this particular println method is going to return the value, whatever the value we are going to have there. Mandatory. So this is also same, but only the difference here 42 dot will work with 25. Well, what are the values we are going to get here? This example, what going to get when trying to try the module operator here? Let me save this particular example. Here, mod here, and Java, we need to check with the modules here. Xmod 10, we are having the value called the particular ymod 10 2.25. Getting the point. So 2.25 get 2.5 because the different that is some data type here. So this is important here. We are trying to discuss with the data type here. So after the dot, whatever has also it's going to return by this data type here. But this particular data type not going to the value. So this here. And so we need to declare what's working here. Any questions regarding this particular module operators here? So with the different example trying to do arithmetic component operators here. Arithmetic component assignment operators here. So how exactly this particular component assignment operator we are going? So for example, have it is equal to 10 I'm having here, right? So now I want to increase this particular value. I want to increase this particular a value with a different value here. So what we are going to do. So now it observe here. A is equal to A is equals to A plus 4. This particularly that over here value I'm back to 4 here. So the total value we are getting 4. The 14 value what we are doing here again trying to store into the same variable called the same variable called A here. Right. So here we're getting is equals to A4 here. Next time we are going to define it. Like same expression, we are going to define it. Equals to 4. Cutting the point. A plus is equals to 4 here. So this section, these two sections we are going to call component operators here. Right. So based on our, we are going to discuss with the component operator here. Now you can, when we are trying to define particular places, we are to define like this here. We are going this here. Basically, this is the variable which is going to play for the assigning the value and initializing the value as well as so doing some addition operators also. We are having two steps here. Basically, we are having two steps here. First step here, what we are going to do. So with the help of this particular A plus 4, A4, some value we are going to get. Some value we are particular variable here. Getting the point, we are initial into variable here. So adding the value and initializing the value. So this particular both ops are going to perform in a single line here. this particular both operation we are working in a single here. This kind of section going to the component operator here. So this is very important section. So instead of defining a plus 4 to the same value I'm calling this is equals to internally the Java component a is equals to a plus 4. A is equals to a plus 4 here. Okay. So now with simple example, how exactly this layer current assignment operators will work here. So along with this, if you want to work with any module operators here. So basically, to work with this particular module operators here, A is equals to a module of 2 here. Cutting the pen. So the second we are here, but here x mod of 10. X mod of 10. But here we define this expression in this particular more time here. So directly, if you are trying to print particular view, we can go for this particular. We can provide what is the expression we are trying to print. But whenever we are trying to initializing the value, now what we can do? So we need to work on the some variable. Work on the some variable here. So this particular variable here, how add it? So observe here. Sorry. So a is equals to. So this is the initial operator we are going to equals to 2. Modular operator of 2 here. So that what is the result we are going based on this particular variable here. So I'm going with the particular current assignment operator here. How trying to define here. So what is the variable trying to initialize? And so we need a both variable same here. So whatever the variable we are going to give some expression, and whatever the result we are going to get, the final result need to assign into the same variable here. So then this particular component operator will use here. The component operator will use here. Getting the pun. So now here a mod of the modular we need to specify here. So what about the addition here? Right. Same with some two words of section going to minus a minus 10 here. Same how we are going to define a minus is equals to 10. A minus is equals to 10 here. Getting the point. So this is the way we can work with a particular competency here. Now with the simple example on the parent operator here. Let me save the same example. Back to here. After here, now what I'm trying to do, so we need to check the component operators. Here. Student method is here. So back to here, we define the main method. Now I'm trying to define this particular data type called int a is equals to 1, int b is equals to 2, and int c is equals to 3. So these are the variables I'm trying to declare here. Now observe here how I'm trying to work with this particular component operator here. So a plus is equals to 5. A plus is equals to 5. And so b multiplication is equals to 4. Getting the point. And C, now what I'm doing? Observe here. So this is, I'm trying to define with a different here. So I'm trying to check out it. But here, now what I'm doing here, I'm trying to work with so multiplication operator here. Getting the point. So this particular expression directly we are providing the constants value, and here I'm not providing any constants value. Trying to work with dynamic value. So whatever the value we are going to get after completion of this particular multiplication here. Okay, fine. And now so observe finally now trying to work with the module operator here. So whenever we're trying to here, I'm trying to define this particular constant value here. I'm trying to define this particular constant value here. So you need to define expression here how exactly it is going to work here. So to understand this particular expression here, how exactly internally it's going to convert it here. Getting the point. So how it's going to convert here? A to a plus, right? Say this particular expression. So b is equals to b multiplication 5. Sorry, 4. And equals to here what c plus multiplication b. Getting the point. And finally, doing the c is equals to log 6. Getting the point. So these are the internal expression conversion here. But this particular expression conversion is going to be taken care by the our Java compiler here. So how exactly it's going to convert? Because we're trying to provide the internal conversion. Now we need to understand the each expression value. One find a value. Getting the point. And okay, only C, right? Here I'm defining value and C value. Getting the point. So now let me save this particular component operator. Java component Java, and it's compiled successfully. And component operator. So 6i3. Getting so 6i3 the values were here. To understand, so we work with these operations here. What exactly the is going to get here? What values we are getting here? So based on this particular value, we are trying to work on the finally we are printing these particular values here. So any questions regarding this particular component to operator? This is the important point we are discussing here. Okay. So if we don't have anything here, observe the and decrement operator. So these are the very important here after completion of the operator here, moving into intermediate here. So basically, how exactly the increment and decrement operators we are going to use. So this section we are going to call as a increment operator. So this section we are going to call as a decrement operator here. Checking the point. Plus plus, we'll call it as a increment of. So minus minus, we are going to call as a decrement operator here. So what we do this particular decrement of. So this particular increment operator is going to increase this the particular expression one value here. So the increment operator is going to increase the one value here. The decrement is going to decrease the one value here. Every time one is going to increase, say only one value is to decrease. Right. So now the stand here in the way with this particular increment increment to increase particular example not fit in the previous example. So x is to x plus one. So x is so every time the x value is going to increase with value here. Every time the x value is going to increase, we are going to declare x plus plus this particular x here. Now what happening is going to increase the value is going to increase the value here. Now for this particular operator here, what if we do x minus x to x1. So this is the basic example we did in the previous example. Now we can work with this particular decrement as minus. So this particular x minus minus to decrease the one value here. Is this particular increment and decrement operator back to here. Now what I'm doing here with the right example here. Class and so I is nothing but increment. So D is nothing but so public static void menu box here. And what I'm doing here, I'm trying to define this particular x equals to 42. And here what I will do, I'm going to define with into y. So into y is equals to plus plus x here. Y is equals to plus plus x here. So how exactly this particular values we are going to work here? So observe here. Okay. So in these two, we can the int a. Int a is equals to 1 and into b is equals to 2. Into c is equals to, okay, into c I'm not going to define here, and as well as into d also I'm not going to define. If you observe, c is equals to plus plus b, right? So d is equals to a plus plus, and finally I'm trying to incrementing this particular c plus plus here. So this is what we are discussing here. This particular increment value very important here. So a value. Observe here b and c d. These are the four values I'm trying to print here. So you need to provide your output here, like what you're trying to think here with these variables here. So what exactly the value we are trying to think here? D. So what are the A, B, C, and D values here? So can you please let me know, like what are your outputs here? So try to think and provide your output here. So what exactly the A value, and same way B, C, and D values here. Cutting the point. So because here we are trying to work with the increment and decrement operators. Okay, sorry. We are not using particular decrement operators here. Only increment operator we are using here. But inside this particular increment operators here, we are using different types of increment operators here. So when we are trying to use this particular, so before the variable here, we'll call it as a pre-increment here. And after the variable, call it as a post-increment here. So how the pre-increment is going to work, and same way the post-increment is going to work. Right. So now what I want to provide here, observe here. So the values here, basically AB we already identified here, 1 and 2 here. So what about this particular C value? So inside this particular C value, now what we are doing, we are trying to use this particular pre-increment operator here. So when we are trying to work with this particular pre-increment operators here, what internally, the value is going to increment first, and whatever the value is incremented, after the incremented value, we are initializing into the current variable here. So now what value. So the B value, initially we are having 2. Initially it is having 2. Now with this particular pre-increment here, the value will become 3. And the 3 value we are realizing into here. We are trying to initialize into this particular variable called C. Getting the what this particular A value. What about this particular A value? So A value will become 1. Getting the point. So initially the A value we are having 1. Same way, now what we are doing here, we are trying to assign the value to D variable. So here D variable we are having also 1 here. But now we can observe, so whenever we are trying to come out of this particular D variable, what happens internally? The value will become 2. The A value will become 2. But now you can see the D value is not going to change. The D value is not going to change. So this is very important here. We need to understand here. Basically, when we are trying to discuss with the pre-increment here, value is going to increment to first, and with the incremented value, we are trying to assigning into the another variable here. See, the simple example, so value is incremented. Actually, we are having now it's become 3. The incremented value assigning into this particular C variable. But when we are trying to work with this particular post increment here, now what happening internally? So whatever the current we are having, whatever value we are having, the current value we are into the left side variable here. So after assigning this particular value, now what happening here? Now what happening here? The value is incrementing here. The value is incrementing here. Getting the point. So now once I increment 2, it will become 2. Getting the point. So this is very important here. We need to understand. And finally, the line number 9, what we are doing here. So we are trying to increasing this particular C++ here. So if it is a plus plus C, the value is incremented initially. But now we are trying to post increment here. So when the value is incremented, whenever we are trying to come out of this particular line number 10 here. Whenever we are trying to coming out of the line number 9, so when we are trying to entering into the line number 10, so the C value becomes 4 here. Getting the point. So the value we are going to print here. So A value will become 2 and B value will become 1 here. So here now I want to compile this particular example. So just see, and it is compiled. Now trying to executing here. So what are the values we are having here? The same values we are getting or not. So now you can compare. So whatever the right side boxes we are having, whether the values we are printing same or not. Correct point. So this section also very important section we are discussing here. Pre-increment, pre-increment and post-increment here. So same thing. So you need to provide your out here. So I'm going to change this particular expression here. Now here I'm trying to work with the file. So that I'm trying to use the same. So the same kind of day I'm using here. So instead of this particular A value I'm doing here. So D also I'm trying to D also I'm trying to incrementing here. So finally, what I'm going to do with the help of this with the help of this particular decrement operator here, I'm doing minus A and minus and what I'm trying to what I'm trying to display and minus B minus B. The point. So can you please let me know? So what is your output here? Because we are having the four variables here, but only the different. So we added some more we added some more expressions here. So we need to understand here how exactly this particular increment and decrement operators we are going to work. So I need the particular output value here, or particular all the X. We need this particular output values here. So can you please think and let me know with your input here? No, not understanding yet. Like particular expressions we are going to work. Okay. So what we can do, we'll try to execute the same example here. Observe here. Let me what this particular so A value. So initially the A value we are having 5 and B value will become 2. So C value we have and D value. Getting the point. So these are the 4 variables we are having here. Getting the point. When we are trying to discuss with this particular 4 variables here, now what we are doing here? So now we need to check with line number 7. So line number 7, what happening internally? We are trying to work the pre-increment operator here. So when we are trying to work with this particular pre-increment operators here, so now we already identified the value is going to increase first. Later, the increased value we are trying to assigning into the variable here. So it's nothing but it will become 6 here. The 6 value we are assigning into this particular C variable here. And what about this particular D variable? The D variable initially we are having the A value to the same value we are going to assign into the D here. So because we are trying to work with the post increment operator here. So after initializing the value is going to increase here. So it's nothing but after initializing the same value. Sorry. So I'm providing the wrong values here. A value will become 5 and B value 2. But here, so we are checking with value, the B value is increased to 3. Getting the point. The same thing we are appending, like initializing into this particular C variable. And the D value will become 5. The A value we are having 5 here. A value we are having 5 here. The same A value we are we are initializing into this particular D here. Getting the point. So this is important here. After initializing here, the A value will here. Why? Because of this particular post increment operator here. So basically, we work with this particular pre-increment operators here. We work with pre-increment operators here. So these two sections we completed. Now we enter into the line number here. Whenever we are trying to enter into this number 9 here, now once internally, so again trying to work with the post increment operator here. So whenever we are trying to work with this particular postment operators here, internally, so this particular expression here, the value is going to increase here. Value is going to increase here. So it's not but we are trying to enter the line number 10. The line number 10, the value is going to increase here. So which value is going to increase here? The C value is going to increase here. Now it will become 4 here. The C value will become 4 here. And line number 10, what we are doing here, we are trying to check with the pre-increment operator here. So it will become 6 here. The D value will become 6 here because of the increment here. So doing any expression here, the value is to change here. So now you can see, you can observe here the line number operator we are working here. We are trying to check increment here. We are trying to work with the observe here basically. So what you're trying to think, D becomes 7. How this particular D becomes 7? So up to like C. Right. So observe how this particular value is increasing here. Only so whatever the A value we are having, value turning into this particular D. After this, the line taking the value. So with the help of this particular D increment here, so it becomes 6 only. It becomes getting the point. So don't use here with a reference of pre to post to post here. So we have some little difference between pre to post to understand here. Okay. So observe here when we are coming back to the line number 10 here, the D will be running line 11 here. So when we are trying to enter line number 11 here, we are trying to work with a pre-decrement operator here. So when we are trying to work with this particular pre-decrement operator here, one value is going to decrease here. So it's nothing but the A value will become 5 here. So previously it was 6, now it will become 5. So okay, now you can observe here line number 12 So the line number 12, we're trying with post decrement operator here. When we are trying to work with this particular post decrement operator here, what happens internally? So after executing this particular expression, the value is going to decrease here. Getting the point? So it's nothing but whenever we are trying to coming out of this particular line number 13 here, so the C value is going to reduce it to 3. Is going to reduce it to here because of we are trying to work with the post decrement operator here. The pre decrement operator here. So before doing any expression here, the value is going to decrease here. But when we're going to work with the post decrement here, after performing expressions here, the value is going to decrease here. Right. So this is only difference between pre and post. So finally, we need to understand this particular D. So now we are inside this particular line number 13. So D plus. So D plus plus is nothing but the value we are using as a post increment here. So when we are trying to work with a post increment here, after coming out of this particular line number 14, we are trying to enter into line number 15. So that D value will become 7 here because of the increment operator here. Right. Now you can check with the line number 14 pre-decrement operator here. When we are to work with this particular pre-decrement operator here, simply value is going to decrease here. So previously it was 3, now it has become 2. Now it is 2 here. Getting the point. Now these are the values we are going to print here. So these are the values we are going to print here. Observe here, if I'm going to run the same example, clear the console, observe here, I'm trying to compile. It's compiled here. Now you can see what are the values we are getting here. So now you can observe A compile has IBV and the so any questions? No? So all are good? Okay. So basically I'm going to stop here. So because of our internet connection here, we cannot go continue the further classes here. So we are going to get an like we are having some communication gap between our current example and what we discussed in the previous example here. So what I will do, I will cover up with the same example what we discussed as of now here. So first one we discussed with the basic example here. So it's nothing but the basic mathematical example we understand here. So inside this particular basic mathematical example, so inside basically, so in Java we are having, so these are the operators here. So inside this particular operators, now we are trying to discuss with this particular arithmetic operators here. So inside this particular arithmetic operators here, so we identified here using this particular basic operator, we try to work with the mathematical example here. The mathematical example we are trying to identify here. Now you can see, so a value we provide with the help of this particular a value, we are trying to work with the multiplication here. And so we identified with c value, right? With the help of particular division. So we're trying to work with the subtraction with the help of this particular subtraction and the d value here. And finally, we are doing this particular subtraction of this particular d value. So this is indicating the basic arithmetic example here. So with the help of this particular int data type, how the values are printing, and same way with the help of this particular double data type here, how we are trying to print this particular values here. Right. Same way we check with the module example here. So basically the module example here, when we are trying to work with this particular module example, so it's going to provide the remainder of the division operators here. Getting the point? So it's going to provide the remainder of the division operators here. So this is we need to understand very carefully whenever we are trying to work with this particular module operator here. And we discuss with the component operators here. So when we are trying to work with this particular component operators here, so instead of defining a is equal to a plus 5, how we are defining it? So a plus is equals to 5. Getting the point? A plus is equals to 5. Same way, so b multiplication is equals to 4. C plus is equals to a into b. And finally, we work with the module operator here. So C module operator is equals to 6 here. So these are about the component example. And finally, we discuss with the increment and decrement operator. So these are about the arithmetic example we discuss here. And later, we're going to work with the relational example we are going to discuss here. Relation example. So once the relation is completed, we'll go to the logical. So we can complete in tomorrow relation and here. So once this relation and logical is complete with loops here. So what are those we are going to have in our Java language here? So what is the difference between each and every loop here? We are going to discuss in our upcoming classes here. Okay. So if we don't have anything here, we'll stop here. We'll continue tomorrow here. If anyone having any questions, please let me know. Okay. So if we don't have anything, we'll continue tomorrow.